Okay, so today I'll be reacting to Season 1, Episode 1 of 30 Coins, which I tried to do on the last session, but I just turned that into just like a sort of an interlude. That happens whenever my stupid little air vent thing falls out. Then like a comedy of errors with the setup, you're doing it while driving, doing it while eating, doing it while some other shit is happening. But this will basically be watch until I get scared. So if I get scared at any point, this is supposed to be a horror series, but again, a lot of these maybe seem like, you know, they're trying to tell a good story, and they're also dramas, and they're also, you know, I get it, but then it ends up forgetting that, oh, it's actually supposed to be scary, like that other one. That was really a bad pilot episode, the first episode of Lovecraft Country. People say it's a good show, whatever, but that first episode was garbage. It wasn't scary, but even beyond that, it wasn't interesting in terms of the characters. Nothing really happened. It was focusing too much on all this other historical thing, race thing, like I get it, but it just didn't grab me at all. So that would have failed even on the boredom level. But no, specifically with these horror series, that one was watch until an episode fails to scare me. So that one failed to scare me, so I stopped. This one is going to be the inverse of that, where I'll watch until I get scared, period. So if I get scared once, the whole series is over. Which, again, depending on whether I like the series or not, I'll almost be wishing for it, but it effectively is like try not to get scared challenge. So we'll start episode 1 in 3, 2, 1, start. HBO Max logo thing there. It's HBO Europe, actually, that it's showing. HBO Europe presents... Wait, it's like saying everything in Latin American and stuff, though, with the subtitles. So is it going to be... Well, I can't watch it if it's going to be only subtitles, just because, you know, I can barely see it as it is. Is it going to cuck me like that, too? That would be like a cursed series if that... I can't do that. Maybe if a part of it is. I mean, says the guy watching The Sopranos, where you'd expect, in my other series, you'd expect maybe, oh, it's going to be like, you know, it could be, they're speaking in Italian or something. So we got some dude walking down the street. And let's see what happens. But are we going to get a jump scare? That's how that episode started, where it was like a Cthulhu thing they show at the beginning, like in his dream. But then you don't see anything till the end of the episode. Oh shit, we get more action than anything else. Dude comes in and he's just blasting everybody, seemingly indiscriminately with no sense of purpose. He gets shot himself. What is this, like a movie they're watching? Where he's wearing like a bulletproof vest, or he doesn't give a shit, or it's a dream. That's always how these sort of things start. Just like a dream sequence, that woman has no idea. That was kind of a funny moment, actually. He got shot in the back, like he doesn't seem to care. Or like he's going for one target, but what a conspicuous way to announce your presence. You couldn't have just walked in here first and found the target, I'm assuming. It's obviously a dream or something, or if it's not, this is already stupid. And this is the part where they say 30 coins. What did you steal from the vault? 30 coins, haha. Right, I love that part when they say that. That's like one of my friend's favorite recurring jokes. He'll always like comment it on any sort of movie post he'll just put. I love the part where they say the title of the movie. Only Christopher Nolan can get away with that, though. I always make fun, like how he ends The Dark Knight with, he's a silent guardian, a watchful protector, a dark knight. And it's like, yeah, we get it, but only somebody who's as good a writer as Nolan can do that. So then in Avatar The Way of Water, I kind of was making fun of James Cameron, like, you're not Christopher Nolan, dude, because towards the end, the kid of the main character obviously says that. I don't know why I'm blanking on everybody's names, but he, yeah, nice robbery attempt, dude. What the fuck is this, dude? He's just a supernatural being who can't be shot, I guess. Yeah, I guess it could be a supernatural series since it's horror. No, like, he's so casual about it. What the fuck is this, dude? It's some sacred tradition, 30 coins that they had to steal back. And so he just had to do it, so he doesn't care. And now he broke some code. I'm just coming up with theories. I don't know what the fuck is going on, but he must be a supernatural being, I guess. So the necklace is what kills him, not the actual gunshots? or he's like some disposable asset for them to just use, but you could theoretically do the same thing with a bulletproof vest, because of course characters and stories never shoot you in the head, whether it be a video game, whether it be a movie. They always shoot you in the body. Like, oh no, how did he survive? What if he's wearing a vest? Like the fucking V for Vendetta has that good scene. This movie gives you a lot of opportunities to talk. So this is like an intro music or whatever. I have no fucking idea what this is. Did I even click on the right series? This seems like completely... I mean, you never know how these things are going to start, but... You got a crucifixion here. I don't know what the premise or anything even is. Look how happy they are. One of those guards was so fucking happy about this. It's one thing to do it, but oh wow, they're smiling, and it's one thing you're doing it to send a message, but you'd be that happy about doing it? There's the 30 coins. That's why it's called 30 coins, but like why specifically? They're the 30 coins that have the blood of Christ left over on them or something? I don't know. He leaves them there for some reason. Those 30 coins will be cursed, or they will be something, have some special quality to them. He hangs himself. That guy did it like sort of willingly though, so who was that? $30 monedas, 30 coins. Oh, this might fuck me over though if it's all subtitles. Like, but Paul Giamatti's in it, so what is Paul Giamatti gonna? I don't know. Like every fictional universe, it'll take place somewhere, but it'll still be all in English just because it has to be for, or whatever. Like, so they have to localize certain lines of dialogue to make them make sense. I don't like this. Oh, I don't like this either. My feelings exactly. Or maybe it wasn't Paul Giamatti and I just thought it was, so this is kind of fucked up. I'm not discriminating, oh, I can't watch a series of other, languages. I've watched hundreds of movies from, thousands of other movies actually from other languages than English, but it's just, for the purposes of this, I don't know if I can do it. I'll deal with it for now, but I can't read fucking subtitles while I'm driving all the time. Sometimes I'm reading the closed captioning anyway, and it's a long fucking episode too, so it would be over multiple sessions. I love what a comedy of errors this is though. Like, every element has to be fucked up, and this part is maybe my fault for not knowing anything about the series or what I'm getting into, but it could just be for the intro. So it starts off with a completely silent intro where the guy is shooting people and people are screaming, but nobody actually said anything. You don't have to pay your extra money to actually say dialogue. Everybody's just, whatever, just screaming, and he's so quiet. And then this scene is going to be all in another language. So what is our first English line of dialogue going to be? I mean, it's at least mysterious. I like that. Like, you have no idea what's going on. You have the robbery where this guy seems invincible. You have a baby who's born. You have the hanging of Christ, which I don't know what that had to do with anything. He was about to tell you, but you said not now, so now it's gonna fucking kill somebody or something. Some cursed baby is born, or maybe it's just your baby and you want to know. He's the mayor. If he's the mayor, then why is he cutting meat? Or it's just like a PR thing. What does that mean? You're the mayor. You're the mayor who works in a meat factory, who's installing stuff, like just, it could be one of those PR campaign type of things. Like you just wear that to make it seem like that, or I don't know. Where is it? It has a name, dude. It's supposed to be a calf. It's supposed to be a calf, but it's a human baby? Like, is that what we're... Witchcraft or Satanism? It's a miracle. Everybody has their own interpretation. I love that, like in Contact, where, you know, aliens are discovered. And some people it reinforces their faith, and some people it invalidates their faith. No Instagram. That's how you know it's recent. Faith, no Facebook, Instagram. You already filmed it, so you can fucking leak it on the internet. Yeah, about as normal as baby born from a cow. I know babies like milk, but this is ridiculous. That's what you call milking your baby. That's what you call feeding your baby milk. Yeah, well, why do horror series seem to struggle so much with their intro episodes? Like, this is kind of remotely interesting at least, but there's too much going on. And it doesn't always have to be supernatural either. You know, I would make a horror series that's about, like, some super smart killer, like how some of these detective series are, but just, like, he's winning and you can't catch him, and you can't, you know, he keeps getting away. So you show it from the victim's perspectives and stuff like that. It was about a cursed baby, some invincible guy who got shot, and he had a special necklace, and it's about Christ and the crucifixion. Some guy hung himself. Like, I'm getting all the events. You just have to understand a little better, which is good. I'm not saying that's bad. Satan's baby because it's born of a goat or a cow. Why does it have to be that, dude? Or you know what I said, Rosemary's Baby. They could have made a sequel where when he grows up, he actually does bring the will of the devil to fruition. Like, he could be this really evil character who becomes the president of a country and a mastermind, and that would be such a sick sequel. In other words, you know, Rosemary's adult instead of baby, whatever, like. Baby was born from a cow than to think someone tricked you. Who wants to get rid of a baby? But yeah, like... But that's the thing, he wouldn't have to have any special powers either. He would just have that will. He would have intelligence and wit and will, and he'd be like, I'm the grown-up Rosemary's Baby. Rosemary's dead, or she's grown to kind of love him despite that and support him or whatever. Right? She would be a complex character in that. And I think they did remake Rosemary's Baby, but show him as like this actual evil incarnate, like fucking Hitler or somebody who's like that evil and just bringing like the will of the devil, and nobody knows or nobody suspects it until it's too late, and so it just turns into like this really evil character who you have to take down, and you get to follow his rise and however he manages to do it. If you were the devil incarnate, what would you do? If you were just reduced to a human state, like, how would you... So it does seem like be on the internet, but so what's so bad about the internet, dude? That's what. Best way to hide a lie. Invent a much bigger one. So because he's a mayor, he cares about a cursed baby, but it's like, feels like an overextension of duty. Like, you don't have to be doing this. WhatsApp. How many references to social media do they fucking have? Just so you know it's the modern day, which I didn't know for sure if it was meant to be. We've mentioned WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook. What the fuck is this, dude? I don't know why the overlay thing came up there. Good afternoon, Jesus. Just another day. That'd be kind of a sick name to have, I guess. Fuck Jesus. Oh no, not that one. Just this guy who lives next door. He's a dick. This will turn into a comedy series. I'm supposed to watch it until I get scared. But I might skip it just for the subtitles. I didn't realize. This is my problem not doing research going into it. How am I supposed to watch this shit, dude? Why are there no good horror series? Like, just one that stands out. American Horror Story is the only one that I know. Maybe I'll watch horror movies like that. I'll watch a horror movie till I get scared, and then I have to stop. Or I'll watch a series of horror movies until one of them fails to scare me. They think it's just a prank, so now they'll waste the whole first episode deciding it's not a prank. And that's the fake out in a lot of stories like this. Oh, it could be fake, but you know it's not, because then it wouldn't be interesting. Like, oh, it's just a prank. Right, like what kind of story would that have been? They think she got pregnant and put the baby there. Lear has to tell me that my daughter's pregnant and she put a baby inside a cow to trick everybody. And now we'll post it to Facebook. Funny story of the day. I'll get more laughs out of this than fucking the comedy series that I'm trying to watch till I laugh or watch till I fail to laugh. Whatever I've been doing. I keep alternating those too. You would punch the mayor? Somebody's peeing themselves in his house? Who? Or her water broke? How would you not notice that before? Wait, how could you... Wait. She's just coincidentally pregnant, but... But then that proves it wasn't her who did it then. Yes, of course. Find every pregnant woman. She's off the checklist. All ideas of outcome. What the fuck is going on, dude? I think this series is trying to do a little too much. It's interesting to some extent, but no, I won't watch it really unless it translates to English. Like, they're just doing this for the first episode, and then it'll turn into Paul Giamatti speaking English the whole time. I swear, I saw Paul Giamatti on there. What the fuck am I... Did I watch, like, the wrong thing? I saw the coins, though, so it must be called 30 coins, because we saw some amount of coins. I couldn't count whether they were 30 or not. That would be my theory. That would be kind of cool. Those are like some sacred coins that have some supernatural power. So the reason why the guy went in there so conspicuously is he's like some supernatural being, right, that normally lives in the shadows. He lives in the shadows, but he's willing to do that, risk exposure just because those coins are so sacred, so he has to go to get them back at any cost, and then everything is fine. So they're not doing it for the money, they're doing it for the sacred element that they just happen to put in the vault because they thought it's valuable and they don't know how evil it is. Like, I'm just extrapolating. I'm something of a writer myself. Sometimes the theories I come up with are better than what actually happens, though. Or like I could almost be an editor that way. I might not be able to write a story all the way fully at a high level, but I can look at a story and say, oh, this would have been better if you did this. Like, whatever, some alternate endings and stuff. That's what George Lucas needed in the prequels because his dialogue was so shitty. He's taking away the calf. Antonio. Haven't been this disappointed in Antonio since Antonio Brown because he didn't vote for me. He's such an idiot, just a dysfunctional person. He couldn't have organized this. He does what is told, even if it's crazy. This is like some sort of witch hunt that they're doing. Like, they're trying to, even though it's not witchcraft, they're saying, but like they're trying to now find a suspect in anybody that they see. What are the chances of that, though? Her water breaks as soon as they happen to be talking about that? Hide it. A lot of religious themes, imagery. This guy's face looks kind of weird. You could say, oh, that's mean towards the actor, but I don't know if he's supposed to look that way for some story reason. Like, there could be a... I don't know. Little hideaway, nice. And this is where you get the rain sounds as well as the driving sounds. So you might not be able to hear this at all, but so this whole episode will be a witch hunt to it was called Cobwebs, too, was the name of the episode. It's long as hell, too. It's over an hour-long episode, so I might not even bother. This is kind of unfair because it's not against the series, right? It's not that, oh, I got scared either. Like, that's what it's supposed to be. I might do movies instead with this. That'd be okay. I don't like watching them over split up sections, but I guess I will. Because I can't find a good fucking horror series. These all suck, like, at least for the purpose that I'm trying to go for. You know a movie's going to give you some good scares, or at least attempts at scares, right? And I haven't seen too many modern ones. A lot of them are going to be shit. Or I could almost rewatch one. Like, I've seen Scream, but I don't remember too much about it. Like the original Scream. Like, I could do that too. I'll watch a series like that, and you might think, oh, that's boring because the sequels get shitty, but only if I get scared once genuinely per thing. So if I don't get scared for the whole movie, I don't watch the next one, I move on to something else. So the locals could have taught him to read. He steals the rest. Or like weird stuff will happen in its presence, the same way that, you know, like The Exorcist, just whenever Pazuzu's whatever influence is around, right, everything starts to go weird. The dogs are barking, this and that is happening, right, so it's that kind of, an evil omen is in the air. Or he'll just kill it. Or what's he doing? People are just overreacting. So what if it's born of a cow? Even just, you know, deal with it and watch it. Is he really going to do it? Or is he going to survive? He'll try to do it, but it'll survive. Not that I want to see this happen, but, you know, it'll survive and show that it's some supernatural creature or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's the one way in fiction you can get away with showing, like, killing a baby, is if the baby is like you know, possessed or supernatural being or something like that. Even the show doesn't know what he's saying. There's no subtitles for this part either. You don't think this would be an important moment, like Sollozzo and Michael talking at the dinner table in the restaurant? I mean, if he wanted to do it, he would he let him get all the way up there. He might be right. We might be looking back on this moment and say, oh, he was a hero all along. That if he had done this, it would have stopped the rest of the story. So now it'll prove its worth. It's just trying to fool you with its demonic ways. Like, what would I do in this situation? Character point system initiated. I certainly wouldn't do this. I would just keep an eye on it. What's it going to possibly do? Can't say no to the pretty girl. And then he kills him? What the fuck? Kills himself. I mean, hey, if you were going to do that, you had nothing to lose, so I guess you could have, whatever, you could have took the baby with you, not that I'm saying you should have. He died for the father's sins. He's alive? How the fuck is he alive? What are you talking about, dude? What kind of doctor are you? You just feel his pulse. Oh yeah, he's alive after falling off a fucking 10-story building and hitting his head on a fucking car. What do you mean he's alive, dude? I don't think I'm not only not close to being scared, but both of these, yeah, I'm gonna switch to movies for the horror one, because this is dog shit, dude. What is all this shit? Like, give me a legitimate scare. It's supposed to be a horror series. Give me at least a gimmicky jump scare. I'd complain about that too, but just... Come on, dude. Give me something, dude. So yeah, I'll just stop watching this whenever I get done with my drive here. It's not a fault of the show. It could be an interesting show, right? This pilot isn't at least as terrible, but I don't know what's really going on with it still. But that's fine. Not knowing is good, because I like when stories do that. They leave like a lot of stuff to interpretation or mystery or whatever. And then sometimes they come up with theories that are wrong, but it's still interesting to think about. Like, oh, it could have been something else that's not even what they intended. But the baby is going to be cursed. We're not going to find out for a while, though, probably. Somebody already tried to kill it, though, so you got to keep a better eye on it. Indistinct radio chatter. I give him a lot of morphine, but he's unconscious. How's he doing? He says you're hiding knives and guns under your robe. Just casually, he says you're hiding knives and guns, and you know the devil personally. What the fuck does that mean? How did he survive that, dude? This is the real supernatural guy here. That does not look like a survivable fall. Not that I'm a doctor either, but... You're a captain of the armies of the Lord. You're here to fight against the devil's army. This must be a sign that you were meant to stay alive so you can kill the baby, am I right? This is how he would rationalize it. Do away with that baby. You don't believe in anything anymore, do you? Not even in yourself. They're looking for 30 coins, and the episode ends. Pretty happy for what should have been a dead guy. Manuel Vergara, accused of murder. Exorcism or crime. An exorcist, for fuck's sake. He's a dangerous lunatic. Not like in the film, so what is it like in a TV show then? No such thing as possessions. He killed a kid by driving him mad. That's a good line. The easiest way to solve a problem is to cause it yourself. They're coming up with all these kind of crazy theories. They just want to brush it off and not really think about it. What a bad luck thing, though. Paul Giamatti baited me, dude. Where's Paul Giamatti? We're gonna meet, like, the secret society of these beings that are invincible, like the guy who shot everybody with the gun, right? That guy must be immortal or something. The real immortal was that fucking guy who jumped off the roof, though. We all have something we can't manage to forget, don't we, Father? With the internet, there are no secrets anymore. I killed a boy by provoking a heart attack. It's true. Adolescent with problems. Your mom says you're possessed. She calls a priest. First you're annoyed. You shout. You writhe. After months of prayers, 12 hours a day, you lose your mind. Eat insects, bits of iron, a coin. What the fuck are you talking about? What was he talking about? You're eating insects and shit? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? So he ate one of the coins? Like, what kind of a line is that? Took it out from under his skin. I don't know how it got there, but he said, but I saw how he took it out, or what? A woman knocked down a door just to scare me. Hospitalized her with 3 broken ribs. I'll just be the translator. I'll translate 30 coins for you. I bet it's not, though. And she'll keep it, too. You know where that's been, dude? Wash your fucking hands. He ratted him out. I thought you didn't want publicity, though. Take her out for a couple days so she doesn't eat something bad. All absolutely normal. Or they're going to like it. They were going to want it forever now, not just for a few days. Somebody who wants to adopt a kid basically will be happy to see this one. Babies don't grow on trees, they don't grow on cows, haha. Ominous music. Now we'll get another one. Out of all those cows in the world, there'll be another baby. We don't know from where, and Vergara wasn't there. In the book, it doesn't prove anything. Everybody's going to find out now that you're turning it into a big fucking spectacle. Aren't you the mayor? Don't you have more important things to do than this, bro? He couldn't have set up this story on his own. Has to be someone behind it. No, the real answer is just like the writers would say, the supernatural. Yeah, what do you want him to do? Wear it on his sleeve? Like, you just said you gave him a heart attack, though, so you are guilty. Peaceful place, nothing happens here. Wikipedia, how many references? That's like a recurring joke. Instagram, Wikipedia, Facebook, WhatsApp. I'm doing this for your sins. The fact that you killed the boy would be the most obvious sin. Oh, now Twitter. Are you fucking serious? That Scare count 0, social media count 6. He's worried about Twitter, dude. He's a small town mayor and he's worried about fucking Twitter. What are you, Donald Trump? Bro thinks he's Donald Trump. You're not Donald Trump, baby. fucking worried about Twitter. You live in the middle of fucking nowhere. You're the mayor of fucking Shitsville, and you're worried about, oh yeah, nice attempt at a jump scare, dude. Put your hand on the glass. Please don't go, I need to talk to you. I've managed to read a pretty good bit of this, but I definitely shouldn't do this, or it's just not comfortable. The whole benefit is I can listen to something and effectively, keep glancing over and watch here and there, but effectively you're just listening to it. So it's more like audiobook form, I could almost do. So yeah, it doesn't seem terrible, but I don't really care yet, and they've got to introduce something more substantial. They're kind of getting too caught up in the minutia of the thing. Like, we get it. The baby is a bad omen. It's going to be the devil. So now, let's get Paul Giamatti on the case, or whatever. I don't know. Try not stop or not speak for days. It's just the opposite. Yeah, this was a bust in multiple senses. The first time I couldn't even watch it, then this time, but that was my fault. But then this time, genuinely, I didn't know that it's like this. Or maybe it won't be still, which would be kind of interesting to make the pilot like this. It might just genuinely be, it was made to be this way, but I just didn't know that based on the thing. It didn't say it anywhere. Now they're going to do something drastic to try to... He can't walk, he's a baby. Or he's growing at a reverse Benjamin Button. Oh shit, this is going to be like Rosemary's Baby type shit. Yeah, now do you think it's still normal? That's at least an effective, good scene. But it's got to be like a legitimate scare that we get. So I'll break my own format and... Don't talk on the phone while driving. Don't you know that's dangerous? Haha, wink wink, says the guy who's recording a reaction and watching and reading subtitles and fucking whatever. They'll come up with every potential excuse. They'll run away with the baby. Why didn't you take a video? Post it on some 7th, post it on MySpace. That's the reference we need. That'll be pretty safe and incognito, because unless you tell somebody, give you somebody the link, nobody's going to go there, because MySpace is dead. My friend was actually mad because they had some stuff on MySpace, and then the Flash or whatever on there didn't work anymore, so they had some videos and stuff they wanted to keep. Right, and then suddenly it stopped working, so now they can never get them back or something. and a couple will run away and they'll get killed by it, and then that'll lead to the actual story of something like how he goes on a rampage and becomes Paul Giamatti when he grows up. That's purely the most peculiar thing. Not the fact that he's reverse Benjamin Buttoning it, not the fact that he was born from a cow, but the fact that a Mexican supposed baby is going to turn into Paul Giamatti fucking. And before Paul Giamatti comes out and starts speaking perfect Mexican, Spanish, whatever, I don't even know what they're speaking, but next time take a fucking video. You know this is in modern times with social media and stuff. You can always delete it later. It's not like these companies keep a copy of it for themselves in case it's something as extreme as this. See, you'll never find out too, like, oh, they record and save all your messages, but you'll only know when it's a message that's like, oh, this is the cure for cancer and here's what it takes to combine these ingredients. Oh, now they'll steal that and make it their own, right? They'll have some way of finding that out specifically. So every other time they'll buy their time because they don't give a shit about your personal life. But then when it's something important, or like if it's a crime or something, oh, we had to cooperate to do an investigation. Yes, of course. Use a goat baby, deformed baby, as a way to hit on somebody and get closer to them. And this is what a romantic occasion. Like, there are certain lows you can sink to as a guy, but you're going to use this as a way to get in? What an icebreaker. This goat baby is growing too fast. Please comfort me. Maybe we'll have a baby of our own. I don't know why this is bringing out, like, such a comedic... I don't know, like, I'm really laughing at this one. Not even that it's bad, but just the subject matter is so bizarre that I didn't know what to expect or anything.